Good afternoon. It is Sunday. Welcome along. It is time for our Sunday online divine service. Don't forget that if you're part of the service watching at home, you're part of the service. And how do we achieve that? Just like this, by making sure that your comments are on view, making sure that you can be seen to be commenting and joining in. So say hello, say good afternoon, and say welcome to all of your fellow watchers as we start to join in this Sunday divine service. And of course, in order to have a divine service, what we need is a medium. And so please welcome, for the first time at serving at Littleport, all the way from Yorkshire, the wonderful Simon Stone. Hello, are you? Hang on, there. Click, click.
Good afternoon, Nick. Thank you ever so much.
Good afternoon. Well, welcome along. It is so exciting to meet you. I've heard all about you. You can pay her off later if you want. But thank you for agreeing to serve us. We have got lots to do today, of course. We're looking forward to seeing you work. We've got the usual healing, reading. We've got guests. We've got one trying to get back on, bless her, but I know she'll be all right. I've just told her to reboot everything and start again. But before we begin properly with an opening prayer, let's start off by saying hello to someone who's going to be giving us a reading today, who has recently visited in the flesh Littleport, and caused quite a stir that way. It's Kazza, of course. Hello, dear.
Good afternoon, Nick. Good afternoon, Simon.
Good afternoon. And whilst we've got her, someone who's been trying to get on to Littleport for a reading for approximately, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. Say hello to Shirley.
Hello.
You're on, Shirley.
I'm here
Hello,
at last.
hello. You're here. Yes, we made it.
I made
Two
it. I made
different
it. I made it.
formats. Loads of different
Yes.
formats, actually, and a number of years, but we finally got you on, Shirley. Excellent stuff.
I'm here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, darling. And someone else who I'm looking forward to meet, who I've never met before today, the lovely Rena. Hello to Rena.
Hello, Nick. Hello, Simon.
Hello, Nina.
Shirley. Nice to see you. I've tried to
Good.
put a message in, but it didn't work.
You put it in the private chat, so I saw it. I don't know, honestly, how to. I'll have a look and figure it out for you. And there's one more person to join the foray. Potential recipients for our medium today. And some of you might recognise us, some of you might not, but the name certainly rings a bell. Say hello to Mama B.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah. So welcome along, everyone. It's good to see you. And of course, we have got loads of hellos going on in the chat. We've got Jen Stevenson. I keep pressing that button wrong. We have got Jen Stevenson there. We have got the lovely Eunice. Hello, Eunice. Welcome along. The wonderful Trace. Hello to you. Krish Pillay. Hello, sweet pea. Nice to see you. We'll be back on Monday soon. And it's good to see everyone here, talking to everyone, saying hello. Welcome along. Here comes Kai. Kai's in the house. Hello, Kai. And Wayne and Yvette are with us as well, so welcome to you as well. And welcome if you haven't said hello yet, like for instance, hello to Tissent, who I'm sure has just sent a link from Twitch, because we are not only on Facebook and YouTube, we are also on Twitch as well, but I will share the link later on. But welcome to everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you all. And so, let us begin by opening this service, if you join together, if you will, by starting with an opening prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, divine, universal source of all creation, we thank you. We thank you for the opportunity to join together as friends, to unite under a banner of love and hope and friendship. to witness your proof and your truth that life is indeed eternal. And so as we place this service in your care and keeping, we make the statement as ever that everything we do is in the name of love, truth, and in the name of light. Amen. Thank you, everybody. And just because it's been a while, I better just check the list, make sure that I'm in the right order. We've done it well so far. Any notices? It's always good to have some notices, let you know what's going on. Of course, on the online side, lots going on. If you haven't seen it already, we do conduct every evening at 9:25 gathering and 9:30 starting a silent minute to send out your healing to all the world for prayers and affirmations for peace, upliftment, and joy. That's on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. Links to follow later. So if you are interested in joining together and are available, you can use that and join together with everyone live. However, if you're late, it doesn't matter because there's a play button. So if you're late, you can do it whenever you need to. And it certainly helps for our friends down south in Australia. I'm thinking of you, Tony, who is in bed at that particular time of the day. So it is always there and available for those that want it. Along with Monday through to Saturday, we also have a song for the day to kickstart your day, which is also available through the same links. And of course, on Thursday, we'll be back in the Village Hall live to welcome back a very good friend of ours, the lovely John Ennis, as our medium on Thursday night. No messages are available online, but you're able to join in the service, join in what's going on, and have a good old chin wag with each other. And it's always good fun to watch John work. So we look forward to welcoming you there. And so notice is done. I noticed that now is the time where we're going to conduct our usual Thursday experiment with a little bit of words from myself on behalf of Spirit, followed by a reading which we would hope, because Spirit knows what's going on at least, will tie in. Rather than having the address following on from a reading that the medium's just heard, put Spirit to the test, we say. And so to begin with, we all in this way of life have different views, different opinions on how this way of life should work, how it's organized, how it's structured. But I don't actually trouble myself with that anymore. We have noticed in this world, we have noticed in the world in which we live, of course, over recent weeks, months, and years, that when it comes to, in particular, anything that is political in nature, there's always going to be differing opinions and views, and sometimes those opinions and views don't always work out for the best in terms of communication. But there's a magic word for you: communication. Because communication is at the core of everything we do. Communicating on behalf of the world of spirit, communicating on behalf of the great spirit, communicating on behalf of our loved ones in the world of spirit, but equally communicating with each other, passing on knowledge, thoughts, ideas, ways of working that may be of use and support and help to each other. And so in the coming weeks and months, we need to consider that no matter what our differing opinions are, communication is at the core of everything we do. Communicating for spirit and with each other, but communicating a message of love, support, and understanding. One of the things that I was always told, as a medium, you need to learn to listen. That's good. But I think what we also need to do as spiritualists is not only listen, but hear what's being said too. That is the only way to move forward in this way of life and within this world. Speaking is what we do as mediums. Speaking is what we do as spiritualists. But we also must listen and hear what's being said. And so I know that the world of spirit will want me to say that in times when you feel you are not being heard, just take a moment, take a breath, and start again, because there will always be somebody listening. And just every so often, when the moons are aligned, somebody hears you too, and it will all be all right in the end. So thank you for listening, and I hope that is of help and support to anyone out there who is not being heard right now. And so now is the time in our service where I'm going to hand over to Kaza. She'll be quite happy, and Eunice will be quite jealous because she doesn't need wiring up. She already is. So we're now going to have our reading from Kaza to see if there is an underlying message that crosses over between the two. And I've put my neck on the line, so let's hope that Spirit were listening to me. So over to you, Kaza.
Thanks, Nick. I'm just going to read a poem that I wrote and tell you a little bit of why I wrote the poem. The poem is called Fallen Leaves. I stand among the autumn trees, surrounded by beauty of fallen leaves, magically placed on the land, trying to catch them in my hand. Whole and crisp they guard the ground, desperately searching for my soul to be found. As leaves fall on my head, carefully avoiding where I tread. Beauty in all colours, green and yellow, making me feel oh so mellow. I wrote that basically because that describes my happy place, and I feel that everybody needs a happy place. This is my place. My happy place is a place that I love, that I know, and that I respect. But it's also a place that it knows me as well. Every time I arrive there, I know I need a boost, I know I need warmth, and I know I need love. And when I go to my happy place, I go along to the waterfall, and it's the waterfall, it's loud, it's screaming, it's angry, it's tension is building up watching the water. But as I come back along the path, it starts to be calm. The water's calm, it's peaceful, it's tranquil, and it's very quiet. And I feel that that is basically why I go to my happy place, because it's somewhere I go. My head is loud, it's the waterfall, it's loud, it's noisy, it's angry, but as I come back and I go back home, where I start is how I feel when I leave. I'm peaceful, I'm calm, I'm tranquil, and I'm quiet. And it's just a beautiful place to be, and I still feel that everybody should have a happy place in their life to go to and feel happy. And that's
Wonderful.
where I am.
Wow.
So thanks, Nick.
Bless you. Thank you to Kaza for that. And yeah, the comments are rolling in. Very lovely, Jen says, and I totally agree. Beautiful, beautiful poem, and the theme behind it about finding that place where you are happy and getting out all of the different emotions. I think I'm going to take that as a bit of a tie-in, because if we're going to have to listen and talk, we also need a happy place too. So well reminded, and thank you, Kaza. Beautiful, beautiful reading. And yes, very important comment there. Thank you for sharing with us about that happy place as well, because I know it is very, very personal too. So bless your heart and thank you. And of course, I would be in trouble on Thursday night and remiss if I didn't wish Wayne and Agatha a happy wedding anniversary today. I hope you had a good birthday, Wayne. We sung for you at the week on Thursday for your birthday, but happy anniversary to you both today. Do have a good one. And so now, friends, is the time in our service where we are going to send out our healing thoughts to all those who are sick and suffering and in need of comfort, by starting with the healing prayer, which is written on the inside cover of our healing book, and finishing with the word Amen. I haven't fixed the music yet. There's a bit of toing and froing going on that at the moment, but we have got something special coming up for you all in the coming weeks. but silence is golden, as they say, and sometimes we find that silence in our happy place. But now we can join together and send out our thoughts to all those who are in need. So, everyone at home and everyone online, if you join me one more time, as we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, here we bring unto you all those who are sick and suffering and in need of comfort, be they sick in mind, body, or spirit, that it may please thee to heal them. This we ask for those we know, those we do not know, and those who have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Amen. Thank you, everyone. And we're going to start in a few moments by handing over to Simon for the demonstration of mediumship. I stand corrected, Wayne, 54th tomorrow. But to just slightly raise the vibrations up and just give you a little bit of an intro. If anyone wishes to have names added to the Church Healing book, stick the names in the chat box right now, and I will transfer them in, ready for 9:25 tonight, where it's always got a hand placed upon it when everyone joins together. But in a moment, I'm going to turn over control of this afternoon to our wonderful guest, the lovely Simon Stone, to just say hello to everyone, tell us a bit about himself, whatever he wants to reveal, of course. I'm not going to grill him. I'm certainly not a reporter in that way. But just a quick hello and see how he's doing and what he's up to. And it is the same format as always, my friends. Those that have gathered here on the bottom three are potential recipients that Simon can make use of. Of course, the usual church rules apply. Should he come to you, answer in a clear voice, yes, no, don't know, because let's face it, we're all nosy and want to know what's going on in everybody else's life. And if, whilst you're at home, if curtains start twitching and chairs start spinning, let me know so I can leave my house in case it happens, because we don't have stuff like that around here. But most importantly, enjoy the connection, enjoy the community, enjoy the contact with each other and with the world of spirit, as I welcome our medium for today, the wonderful Simon Stone. How are you? What have you been up to? And tell everyone a bit about yourself if you'd like.
Afternoon, Nick. Thank you. Thank you for everyone letting me come on and serve you. What have I been up to? I've actually been taking a bit of a rest from all this mediumship side of things for a little while. Been taking a bit of a rest because I work in different ways or in unusual ways. I work in I'm a bit of a jack of all trades. I'm a medium, I'm a psychic, I'm an energy worker, I'm a bit of everything. And I try and encapsulate all of them together. And July in particular has been a very tough month for energies. A lot of people have been struggling. We all know what's going on around the world. We understand that. But you were saying in your address earlier, Nick, about how everything ties in. Trust me, everything has tied in. Because all this morning I've just been thinking about, because I didn't know if I was going to do a address or say a few words. So I'm going to goes on what you're saying, Nick. What we're all here for? We're all here for a reason. But only you will know what those reasons are, you yourself. I don't know every step of your life to know your your reasons why you're here. I don't know every step of the next person Joe blogs in the street. I don't know their life. People don't know my life, blah, blah, blah. The only lives we know are our own. We're all here to learn. We're all here to grow as a soul. You know, and we as humans can fall into that programming or into that trap that we look outward, that it's other things and other people's fault that our lives aren't going the way that we wish, the way that we project, the way that we want, our frustrations, our emotions, our discontentment, whatever it may be. And I learned quite a few years ago that all we can do is keep our own side of the street clean. In other words, just concentrate on ourselves. So I try my hardest. I don't always succeed. I make mistakes myself because we're all just human. But I try my hardest to, how can I say, I try my hardest to just concentrate on myself. I can only understand I can control myself. I try and do the right thing the best I can. And anything outside of that is other people's lives. Then it's my decision whether I want to help people or just be selfish or whatever type of person I want to be. Now, obviously, we're light workers, we're wonderful people, we like to think we're wonderful people, so we try and help people. But we can also fall into the trap of over helping someone and then end up sort of taking over. And so, as you were saying earlier, this is all about self. This is all about ourselves. Who do we want to be as people? And I think that's part of our journey, is our soul journey, our soul learning, and try and grow as people. You know, everybody's fighting their own battles. Every person that you pass in the street will be fighting something. And this last month in particular, but last couple of months, but the last month in particular, the energies have been appalling. They've been all over the place. Everybody's suffering with something, and all various different details are different. But sometimes just a smile, sometimes just a hug, sometimes just a little bit of understanding that it's all going to be okay can be enough for people. So that, I just wanted to say that. But how I work, I usually come directly to someone. Like Nick said, if I ask you a question, just yes or no, or I don't know, and I will come back to you with more information. But also I'll read your energy about what's going on around you at the moment at the same time, because don't get me wrong, people have their own different opinions and how things work. How I've worked and how I develop is, if I was spirit and I had the opportunity to speak to a loved one, I don't necessarily want to just come through with my name, date of birth, and how I died. I want to try and give you a little bit of guidance about what's going on in your life at the moment. So I do upset people sometimes because I don't do the norm. But if I do come to you, just yes or no, I don't know, and we'll work our way through it. But if you don't mind, I've got two that keep starting out to me, and I don't know. I'm going to try with Shirley first, but I want Mama B to keep your ear out. But Shirley, I'm going to come to you first, sweetie.
Hello, Simon.
Is that right if I work with you, Shirl?
Of course, yes, please.
Certainly, darling. Right, straight away, I've got a gentleman that's connecting to me straight away. And he's instantly just started making me feel a little bit sick, but I also feel the sickness, the nausea that I'm feeling. I think that's part of how he passed and towards the end, but also he's making my throat go up, and I believe that that's your energy more than his. Would you understand that there's some words that you need to speak out on, or that you don't speak out on something? Does that make sense?
Yep.
I do feel that there's a blockage there in my throat chakra, which tells me that words are not being said. It can be emotion as well, but I'm not feeling emotional. So it's definitely down to words. And I feel that this gentleman that's connecting to me, he's not showing me who he is just yet, but he's making me feel very calm. And he's also making me feel like he had your back. When he was alive, it's like he had a soft spot for you, or he had your back. Does that make sense? So it's like he stuck for you, he stuck up for you, or he wouldn't let anyone put you down, or anything else like that. But I just feel like, and he's saying, I'm around you. The feeling he's giving is, I'm around you because I've got your back. These words that need to be spoken, he's saying, I've got your back.
Thank you.
Does that make sense to you
Yes.
so far, sweetheart? That's a good
Absolutely
thing.
makes sense. Yes. Thank you.
Right, to bring in a little bit of humour, because we don't always want messages to be doom and gloom and depressing and low and all that. You bring in a bit of humour. Why is he laughing over you and dancing?
Because I don't do it very well.
Can you understand why he's laughing over it though? The thing, and it's almost like, have you tried to do some dancing recently, even if there was no one around?
Yes.
Yeah, did he say that? I saw you in the
Oh,
last
no.
week or two. I don't know if you were cleaning or in the kitchen
Yeah.
or doing something, but he's saying, I saw you, and and he said, you still can't dance.
It's in the bathroom. Yes, yeah.
Oh, lovely
He's
man.
quite right
I
there.
feel he's just coming there because he wants to raise the vibration a little bit of comedy in it as well. It's not just about serious messages; it's also a bit of thing. But he said, "I what." He was just going to say, I watch you all the time, not in a, sort of creepy way. So don't think he's watching you every moment, but he's saying he watches you all the time. But would you understand that you get signs that spirit are around, either
Yes,
candles flickering or lights flickering or something going on? And he's saying, that's me.
lovely. Thank you.
He's saying he's got the little dog with him.
Oh, don't know about a dog.
Yeah, he's just showing me a little dog. There we go.
Oh.
2 seconds.
Mhm.
It's like in between a Jack Russell and a Beagle type size. It's that sort of size of dog.
I can relate to a family dog.
Yeah, he's just showing me a
Jack
dog.
Russell,
That's all.
yes.
He's just bringing in a dog, and I will say it, but I keep getting the word or name Patch, or he had patches on him, spots on him, or something.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Okay, so he's just showing me that he's just saying the dog's with him.
Lovely. Oh, it's nice.
Would you understand that he's just told me? He said since he's been up here, he said I can get out and about now.
Oh, good.
He said I wasn't been able to do that.
He wasn't, no.
He said, but I can get out and about now. And he's showing me taking walks along river walks or canals or something like that. Does that make sense to you, darling?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Wow.
And he said, I can get out and about now and I can enjoy it again.
Good. Mm.
Why is he laughing about someone falling in?
In water?
Yeah. I think it's a memory link. So just take it back or take it with you and you'll remember later. But he's just had a little chuckle about someone falling into the river or the canal, or I think it was more to do with him because he's also taken the mick out of me, actually. That's how I'm getting it across. Because when I was younger, I used to go fishing with my uncle a lot. And every time I went fishing with my uncle, for some reason, some way, I always ended up falling in, and it was a standing joke. So I think he's taking the mick out of me just as much as you, but he is laughing about someone falling in. Okay. He is standing there, and he says, much as I said, I'm around you a lot. He said, I do watch other people around you as well, and other family members and things like that. And he's rolling his eyes. Can you understand why he's rolling his eyes with particular family members?
The same as I do.
Yeah. He's also saying the words. Can you understand why he's saying he struggles to understand why people make life more difficult than they need to? Does that make sense?
Yes, he was a very simplistic man. Yeah.
And can you understand that he's saying there's one or two people around you, whether it's family or friends or whatever, but there's one or two people around you that are stuck in their ego at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't mean ego as in look at me, I'm wonderful, I'm fantastic, but it's almost like a stubborn ego.
Yes.
It's like their way, that's how it has to be, and that's how they're projecting it. And if everybody else doesn't toe the line, then it's everybody else that's wrong. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying no, that's not how it should be or how it is. You understand why he's giving you roses?
Yes.
He's giving you roses. Okay, darling.
Yep. Very significant. And
can you understand? He wants to thank you for you either put something on his grave or you've done a memorial of some kind, or you've done something to commemorate after he's passed. You've done something. Does that make sense? and he wants to thank you for that.
Yep. Thank you.
He said, because although I'm here and you're there, he said, I feel that when people, this is what Spirit trying to get us to understand, that when we as humans do things like that, Spirit will feel it.
Thank
They
you.
don't just see it, they feel it. So he said, I felt it and I felt your love, and I want to thank you for that.
Bless him.
Is there an anniversary of some kind coming up this year? Because I'm seeing a cake, but I don't feel it's a birthday. I feel it's a cake to do with an anniversary. And I would say it was a significant anniversary, as in 25th and silver, 50 in gold, or something. But there's some anniversary this year he wants to acknowledge. Okay.
Yeah, it's 25. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Wow. Lovely.
I've got to say, his energy is lovely, lovely, lovely man. Like I said, he's not showing me what he looks like, everything. I'm just purely reading his energy that's around me and how he's making me feel. And I've got to say, what a lovely, gentle, wouldn't say quiet, but calm man. Does
Yes.
that make sense?
Yes.
He said, so not only am I around you to give you a bit of strength and support with what we're saying at the beginning, where you got to speak your words, but he's also saying about, he said, I'm around you at the moment to give you that sense of calmness. Does that make sense?
Yes, I need it at the moment.
Yeah, that calmness is,
Mm.
you know, right, on a spiritual level, Shirley, sorry.
That's all right. It's fine.
You've been having some experiences recently.
I think so.
Not think so. Well, this
I'm
has
not
just
sure.
confirmed it then, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
You know, so they're not. I think so. You've actually had them.
Thank you.
Okay, and he's saying to me, you need to pay attention to them.
Okay.
Okay, I don't feel. You know, don't get me wrong. It's nothing bad or anything else like that. I feel that you're obviously already awake, but I feel that your abilities are increasing, or you're becoming more aware of things. You know, so he's saying he needs you to pay attention to those things that just. Well, he's saying you know when it's something spiritual because you just get that feeling, don't you? So he's saying he needs you, or he's trying to get you to pay attention more, because I feel that him and other spirit and angels are actually around you trying to guide you down a particular path. Would that make sense to you at the moment? And I feel it's a path that makes you feel a little bit agitated. Does that make sense?
It's something I do ask for.
Okay, that's fine. But can you understand that it makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit agitated as well? They're saying you need to go with that. That's part of it. That agitation is just your human self, because you're doing something different and feeling things different, and it makes us, you know, worry and all that stuff. But they're saying go with it, because as you just said yourself, it's stuff you've asked for. So, you know, the old saying, be careful what you ask for.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. I keep seeing, and I saw it at the beginning, and I've come in a couple of times flashing through, and it's just coming again, so I'm going to bring it up. Would you understand why I'm seeing gold jewelry of some kind?
Yes.
Okay, you can understand why that is then.
It's actually here with me what you're talking about.
Sorry, Don?
It's actually here with me what you're talking about.
Okay, then I see it flashed in my mind about 3-4 times as I was talking to you. So, and it just come in again then. So I thought I better say it, because they obviously wanted me to say it. But I'm just seeing jewelry. I do see. I when I said jewelry, normally I'd be very specific, but I do see a ring and a necklace. So it's one of the both, or they're either both, or it's one or the other. But they're just showing me that as well. Would you also understand? And I've got this a couple of times with other people in various different readings. Would you understand why I'm seeing a man's black onyx ring? You know, the gold ring with the little black stone on it, the onyx.
I can relate to it, but not for myself.
No, it doesn't have to be for yourself. I'm
Yeah.
just seeing that as well, so you can relate to it. That's as long as it resonates with you.
It
Not,
does.
it's not supposed to resonate with me or whatever. As long as it resonates with you, whether it's to do with you or to do with people around you, as long as you can take it and understand why.
Thank you. Yeah.
Would you understand why they're bringing in this month? July has been important, or is important anyway.
No, but I'll take it. I'll think about it.
No,
can't-
it's cool. No, it's cool. Yeah, no, don't know. That's fine. I'm being
No.
specifically shown the 17th of July because that's my birthday. So they want to acknowledge someone's birthday in July.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Can you
Can't
think of any-
immediately think of anything.
Why are you showing me that then, guys? That's saying you'll work it out. I did. Why you showing me that, and they just said you'll work it out. But there's something about July, or there's something that's happened this July. But when I saw it, I saw my birthday, July the 17th. So I don't know if the number 17 is significant to you or anything else like that. But I feel it's something to do with a birthday or an anniversary or a passing. But it's July time. Okay. I also do feel, as I just said there, I'm just being drawn to January as well. I feel that January is specific for some unknown reason, birthday, anniversary, or passing, but they want to acknowledge that. And they also want to point out Christmas in particular, other than it just being Christmas. It's like they want to acknowledge something all the time around Christmas.
Yes. Yeah.
And you can take that as well.
I can take
That's
that.
good. That's fine as well. Like I said, as long as it resonates with you, it doesn't matter to me.
Thank you.
And someone's telling you, I feel this may be a lady, actually. I do feel this is a lady's energy. But why do I feel that there's a lady's energy telling me that you need to sort your shoes out?
Oh gosh, I was looking at them this morning. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't just mean sort them out, but also wear the right size.
Yes.
Someone's wearing shoes that are too small for them or too big for them or whatever. Yes. Okay.
Because I like the style. I'll get them anyway.
Got you. I got you. But they're saying about someone saying you need to wear the right size.
I know who that is. Yeah. I know.
Okay. I'm going to pull away. I do feel them pull away, and I want to give messages to other people. But I do feel, I feel you're going to be all right, Shirley. I really, really do. I think you're going to be absolutely hunky dory. I really, really do. Whoever this gentleman was that was around me, lovely, calm man, beautiful energy. You're going to be totally, totally fine, Shirley. But I do feel you need to speak your voice. You need to speak those words. Okay, I think that was the main message for you. Okay, darling. So please take their love and thank you for letting me work with you.
Thank you very much, Simon. That's been lovely. Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Absolutely amazing.
Wonderful.
I know you said earlier, Simon, about you work your own way. Look, you've earned a lot of friends here today because I personally love your way of working. Don't change a second. So back to you, sir. Everyone's back on the screen. And
I want to come to Mama B if that's okay.
Of course you can. Of course you can. I'm off.
How are we doing, Mama?
I'm fine, thank you.
BD, is that your name?
No.
I'm not a very good psychic if I can't work name, but you know, like first and foremost, Mama, I feel your energy first and foremost. There's spirit there, but they're just waiting. Would you understand that when I feel your energy, I feel that there's a tiredness, a lethargicness around you at the moment? Would that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Almost makes me feel again. It almost makes me feel like things have come to a shuddering halt. It's almost like your life is at a standstill. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
And would you understand that there's an element of disappointment in amongst all of that as well?
Yeah.
Like people have let you down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense, darling?
Yeah.
I will say, as I'm talking to you and I feel spirit connecting to me, there's quite a few people in spirit that are around you. Now, I've got a mixture And what I mean by that, a mixture, is because I read energies and things like that. I've got a mixture at the moment. And first of all, I think there's at least a third of them up there that are not happy with certain people that are around you and what's going on. You've got a third of them that just love you and adore you and want to be around you and make you feel better. And then I feel there's one or two that are saying, like, come on, let's get up, let's do this, let's sort this out. It's like there's a real mixture of personalities and characters that I've got up in spirit with me at the moment. Would you understand that you've got quite a few people in spirit and they're all like an eclectic mix of people?
They are, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I've got a joker connecting to me at the moment, or a male that I feel that was a bit of a joker or like to be a bit of a joker, but I feel he's coming in more because he's saying, I just want to uplift, I just want people to laugh and be happy. And I feel that he's around you at the moment. And would you understand that he's saying to you that there's one or two people in particular around you in your life at the moment that he's saying you just need to ignore what they say?
Definitely.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Because I feel that they say certain things and then it gets into your head and you go away and then it's in your mind.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And he's saying the things that they've said anyway are not true. The things that they've said are just their opinions and thoughts. They're not actually anybody else's or yours. So he's saying, but the problem is you need to ignore what they say because it's that brings your energy down and makes you feel melancholy and down and a little bit stagnant. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
I definitely got a couple of drinkers in spirit as well because I can hear the glasses chink.
Yeah.
Okay, so but I don't think they're just pointing out that they're drinkers. I think that they're chinking with the glasses because they're actually raising their glass to you. So there's something significant around you around now, coming up in the next month, or has been in the last month. So you've achieved something, or your birthday, or your anniversary, or something about you. They want to. They're sort of like chinking glass and raising a glass to you. So there's something that you've achieved or going on that they want to just acknowledge and tip their hat almost. Would that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. They need you to stop. I know I've just said this about somebody else. They need you to stop listening to what other people say. You're not what you think. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
And would you understand that someone's taking advantage?
Yes, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that there's someone taking advantage in amongst. It's almost like someone's driving something forward and they're making it look like that they're the good person, they're the good guy, they're the good woman, whatever it is, and they're driving something forward. But what they're driving forward is something for their own ends. Does that make sense? They're driving something forward for themselves, but they're trying to make it out that they're helping everybody else out, but they're not really. Does that make sense to you?
It does. Yes.
I'm having to be very delicate with what I say because obviously we're talking about people's personal relationships and families and friends and everything else. But I really do feel, again, as what I was saying earlier with my address or whatever, when I talk about people projecting things, I feel someone's got an idea in their head, they got a picture in their head, and that's what they're trying to make happen, irrelevant whether people want to do it or not. And it's almost like they're still pushing, push, but it's for their own ends. Do you have cats?
No. Well, I did when I was young, but not now.
I was just going to say, do you have cats, or did you used to have cats? Because I've just seen 2 or 3 cats walking.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if that's specifically for you or for other people, but I also did you used to have a yappy dog?
I didn't, but I know somebody who has.
Right. Okay. Because I just got this dog. He won't shut up. It's just yap 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 yap, and he's in the background. But it's like, it's happy yapping. Does that make sense? It's happy,
Yeah.
happy sort of thing going off. It's almost like saying, look at me, I'm here, I'm here. It's always wanting attention.
Yeah.
Would you understand now why I'm seeing crosswords, someone doing crosswords?
Yes.
Okay, I'm seeing crosswords, but I'm also seeing like word searches and things like that. Someone used to do or does those things, crosswords, word
Yep.
searches, those you can go buy those books with all those different puzzles in and different things and
Yes.
all that. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing someone like that. I'm also seeing someone with a bingo dabber who was known for the bingo dabbing.
Mother-in-law. My mother-in-law.
Okay, I'm just seeing that as well. All right, okay. They've just instantly taken me down to your stomach. Do you have stomach issues?
Sort of.
Okay. I feel that there's stomach issues that are going on. If it's not you, then there's someone around you. But there's someone around you or someone around you that's got stomach issues, and they're either not paying attention or they're not doing anything about it. And
I know who. Yeah, I know who that is.
Okay, well, the spirit said they are actually concerned that someone isn't doing anything about it.
Okay.
Could you please pass that on now you know who it is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. They are actually concerned that this person, whoever it is ignoring it.
Okay.
And thinking it will just go away. Okay. They're saying it won't. I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's doom and gloom, but they're saying they have to deal with it. If they deal with it, it can be dealt with. It's just bringing me back to you, darling, and for some reason they're showing me your energy. Like I said to you earlier, it's stagnant. It's just all in one place, and it's like, I'm not saying you're crossed down, but it's, how someone sits there just and they're not moving. It feels like that energy is in you at the moment. And they really need to try and get you moving. I don't know what that means physically, mentally, emotionally, but it's almost like they're just, would you understand that they're trying to say to you, you need to get out more, get out in the sunshine more, out in the air more.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a cliche, but they're saying they're trying to get you moving. So I don't know if it's a physical thing, a mental or emotional, but they're really trying to get you just to, get out more, get a bit of air more, and just get moving. Because once you start moving, then the energy around you starts moving, and then spirit can then actually start doing something about that. Does that make sense?
It does. Yes.
You need to go out and get yourself an ice cream, girl. They're just showing me like the old 99s. I don't know, Mr. Whippy. I'm just seeing like that and walking along the seafront and, licking the old Mr. Whippy with the chocolate flake out of it or whatever, the 99s. And it's like almost like you need to get yourself out.
Yeah.
And they're just showing me seaside town. Did you used to do seaside holidays, old British style seaside holidays?
Yes, all the time.
Yeah, it's almost like you need to do that again or get yourself away again.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm also seeing, I'm seeing the old traditional ones though. I'm seeing Margate and Blackpool and Great Yarmouth. I'm seeing old style British holiday places. The Kiss Me Quick Hats and the donkey rides and goodness knows what else.
Yes. Yeah.
Is it you that's a card player?
No.
Well, I'm seeing someone dealing cards.
I know who that is.
You know who that is. That's all right then. I'm just seeing someone dealing cards. But there's also a reference to it as in, you got to play with the hand that you dealt.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just someone coming in and saying, "I was the card player." I'm also seeing it's you need to play with the cards that you dealt with. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
I actually get the feeling you could do a lot more with the hand that you dealt with than what you're currently doing.
Okay.
And that's not a telling off. That's not a you're doing it wrong. It's almost they're saying. I think they're trying to say they don't think you realise what a strong position you're actually in.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
And it's almost like take charge a little bit.
Okay.
Someone's also almost said it's like almost like someone needs, have a click around the ear or whatever verbally or whatever, but it's like take charge a little bit more. I think you're in a lot more powerful position than you like to think you are.
Okay.
Okay, and it's almost like you could be the matriarch and actually put people in their place.
Okay.
All right. And as much as I said they want to get you moving and things like that, I do feel you need a sense of rest. And I don't necessarily mean physical. It's almost like a mental and emotional. It's like, do you sit down and go, does that make sense? It's like at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's like, oh, that's another day over with. It's all, and they're saying that if you start, if you start speaking up, start taking the charge, start doing all that sort of stuff, I feel that that would lift.
Okay.
Each day would be that little bit easier to get through. Each day that little bit easier because you're not worrying or stressing about all this other stuff. And it's almost like they're saying they need you to take over. They need you to say, right, that's enough. You do this, you keep your mouth shut, you do that. And do you know what I mean? It's almost like they need someone to start being the general.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Could I be honest with you, Mama? I think you've got that ability in you to be the general if you needed to be.
Okay.
And just as they're pulling away, I do feel, I don't know if you've seen this, I don't know if you've got anything of this, and I don't know what it means. I'm just going to tell you exactly what I see and what I was felt. But I saw a beautiful golden light approaching herself to me, and it was an angel, an angelic angel. So I don't know if you've got angels around you. I don't know if you've got an angel symbol or an item that's the shape of an angel, or you've experienced a golden light in a dream or in your face, but I'm being shown that there is an actual angel around you or a light being of some kind.
Beautiful that. Yeah.
And as I'm just sitting there and crying, I just feel this real upliftment in my heart.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
I feel that if you pay attention to your heart a little bit, you'll feel that energy, that vibration lift at times. And it's almost like they're saying, draw your strength through your heart, because this angelic being, whatever it is that's around you, connects to you through your heart chakra. So I'm just getting this real upliftment of heart chakra energy. And they're saying, draw from that, Mama, and you'll be hunky-dory.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sweetie. Thank you for letting me work with you.
Thank you.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Amazing. Lovely. And so nice to hear from Jupe. Jupe yapping away in the background, probably playing with Susie. Wonderful. I will reveal to you now, son, because I didn't beforehand, because it's never fair to do that. That's actually my mother.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm glad you didn't say nothing. Yeah.
Well, I never would beforehand because it's not fair. And you know,
Mama, I said that someone needs to be put in their place. I do remember hearing the name Nick. So
Yes, definitely.
yeah. I can. She should. I've got to share it because it is absolute evidential confirmation. I have had this conversation with my mother previously over the last few months several times. So thank you for helping me out on that one. Absolutely amazing. Love it. Love it. Back over to you, mate. I'll shut up now, but wonderful.
It was.
Right. How long have I got, Nick?
As long as you want, mate. You've got plenty of time.
Yeah, I'm going to come to Kaza. Come on in, Kaza. Let's do this, girl. Can you hear me, Kaza?
I can, Simon. Thank you.
Yeah. Good old. How's the roller coaster going?
It's I'm getting off it more often. It's good.
All I'm saying is, no, this is what I'm saying is like connecting to your energy. I was just, and it's like,
Yeah,
how's
yeah,
the
absolutely.
roller coaster going? How's life going? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Right, I'm just going to tell you what I see, what I feel, and what I see and what I feel is, like I said, that roller coaster is still on it. I do feel that there's spirit around me that connect to me, and they want to let you know how proud and happy they are that you're still on this journey, that you haven't decided to get off completely. You know, they're showing me all of that, but they do show me that you do sometimes have to sort of just hop off at a station and let the train carry on, and then you get the next one, because it's like, I need that break. And it's almost like you have that battle between your old self and your new self still, and you're still fighting between the two, and that's fine. But the old side of you can come in, you know, with a little bit of, you know, sort of energy, and, oh, I don't want to do this, and I don't know, I've had enough of this, and everyone can go and leave me alone. And it's all that, and they're saying, but then you come out of it the other side, and you sort of come back in again. But they're saying, just be aware that that energy is, that's your old self, that's your ego, that's your old, you're letting go of your old parts of you and stuff like that. But the old you, being a staunch, tough Scottish lady that you are, still wants to come in and, you know, say, no, that's not what how it is, and, you know, and all the rest of it.
Yep.
But they're just saying, you understand what I'm saying, basically.
I absolutely do. Yeah.
Right. Again, they're not showing me who they are, but there's someone in spirit that's connecting to me, and I feel that when they were alive, they were a stickler for money. Like, they were tight as anything. They knew where every penny went and where every penny was spent on, so on and so forth. Right?
Yep.
And they're saying, and I'm not going to go into depth into this or anything else, but they're saying, you know why they're coming in now for you.
I absolutely do. Yes.
Okay. They're hoping that some of their, how can I say, their frugalness would rub off on you. They're not holding out much hope, they're saying, but that's but they're hoping.
And it'd be right.
Exactly. But they're hoping that over a period of time, and I think you know this, that you're being taught to understand about frugalness, about money. Does that make sense? As horrible as it is,
does.
and as good as it makes you feel, they're just saying at the same time, you know, they're trying to bring in, they don't want you to stop having fun. That's not what they want to do.
Yeah.
They want you to be careful. Does that make sense? Because we've all done 100%. It, and I have to put my hand up. We've all done it. We all do things, and then a month or 2 or 6 months down the line, what we've just done has then caused us. We have to deal with it later on down the road. And then they're showing me that happens to you a lot. You know what I mean? You have this moment where you go, stuff it. I need to do this. I'm going to go and do this, and you go and do it. And then a month or 2 down the line, you're then having to deal with it because you've done things that you can't really afford or can't really do.
100% all the time. Yep.
Have you been to a graveside recently?
No.
Someone's showing me in a grave. I'm in a graveyard, and it's an old style graveyard because these gravestones are old. They're not modern ones, and they're not military ones or whatever. But someone wants to acknowledge
yes,
you.
I have. I have.
Okay. That someone wants to acknowledge you. Thank you. Oh, that's fine. Someone's just coming through and wants to acknowledge it. Thank you for doing that. Would you understand that the graveside, or the one that you visited recently, was a little bit neglected? If it's not the graveside itself, sorry?
Parts of it was.
Parts of it was okay. They just want to acknowledge that. So I don't just think it was the graveside itself that was neglected. I also feel that there was, or people have neglected the person. Does that make sense?
The grave that I visited was nice. It was lovely surroundings, but other
Okay.
parts of the graveyard were
Was it?
neglected.
Okay.
I felt.
Okay, that's fine. I can understand that. They're showing me that feeling. Would you understand though that they're saying someone hasn't visited for a while?
Yeah, I can understand that.
Right. I think it's more to do with that than the actual graveside being neglected. You're saying around out and about around it was neglected. I can understand that, but I still felt it was like someone had neglected, and I don't mean neglected in a bad way. It's just like someone hasn't visited, someone hasn't paid attention, someone hasn't come to say hello or whatever. Does that make sense?
Right, that I now can take to myself, that I've
Okay.
not visited somebody's that I went to.
There we go then. As long as it resonates for you, like I said, yes, no's, don't knows,
Yeah,
and I'll work through it, and we'll
yeah,
work it out. I just tell you how I feel, and then it has to resonate with you. It's not with me.
absolutely. Yeah.
Life for a little while for you feels like you've been walking with blinkers on. And would you understand that either in the last year, 6 months, or even the last 6 weeks, I don't know, but it feels like those blinkers are slowly being peeled back, and it's scary and it's frightening.
Yes.
Yeah. You've got the strength in you. Those blinkers that they're slowly peeling back, they're ones that you put in place over the years.
Yes.
They're not wrong. They protected you in the moment. But to continue with life, to live life, those have to be peeled backwards. And what's now suddenly being exposed in your field of vision is scary and it's frightening. And that scary and that frightening contributes to your battle that you have between the new you and the old you. Okay, because you keep going back to forward, back, and again they understand it. It's not a criticism. We as humans going, oh, I'm getting this wrong, it's all my fault, blah blah. No, that's not what they're saying at all. You know, that's not what anyone's saying. We've all got, like I said at the beginning, we've all got battles we have to deal with. You're just dealing with yours.
Yeah.
They want you to give yourself a break, Kaza. You beat yourself up way too much in your head. You do something goes wrong, or someone says or whatever, and then in your head you're like, oh, I'm so stupid, I'm such an idiot, I'm this, I'm that, and why did I do that, and why did I do this? They want you to stop doing that, because you have to be very, very mindful of your thoughts, because your thoughts are what creates our world. Your thoughts are what creates our belief system. And if you go around believing that this bad stuff is all happening all the time, then that stuff will happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the specific time of year, but I'm seeing sparklers, you know, bonfire night, November the 5th, around the. So I don't know if it's November the 5th specifically is significant, or around the beginning of November, but I don't feel it is. I feel it's more to do with sparklers. It may be a memory link, sparklers, or someone, a flare or something, but someone's holding something in their hand. Did you used to do that as a child with sparklers?
Yeah, I did. Yep, when I was wee.
Who's the male that's connecting to me in spirit that would have been around that time when you were a child? They're trying to show me, they're trying to say, they're trying to show you a happier time of your past.
That would have been my papa, my granddad.
And that's the link to the fireworks thing.
Yes.
Okay. You're saying you know it's you, don't you?
Hmm.
This battle, all this battle, this journey of life, your purpose of life, even. You know it's you.
Yep.
You're here to do what you're doing now.
Hmm.
Okay,
I
to
do.
defeat that demon in your head, to defeat that lower vibration of yourself. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, 100% it does. Yeah.
Once you understand that, it'll be so much easier for you. And they're trying to get you to understand everything is just energy.
Yeah.
I know that's a cliche in this world. Everything is just energy and vibration. And if it's a past thing, let it go. Just make that decision in that moment that that's not going to affect me anymore.
Okay.
And just let it go. And then change and become the new person that you wish to be.
Okay. Yeah.
I know this because I've had this told to me so many times over the years. Stop worrying about what other people think about you, darling.
I'm trying.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense, Catherine? We all of us worry way too much about what other people
I
will
know.
say, do, what their opinions are. He's like, gotta stop it. Gotta stop it.
Yeah.
Just
I know.
this
I
is
know.
this is actually for everybody, not just for you, Kazza, but this is for everybody. We're here to live our lives. We're here to grow our souls. I don't know what my battles are. I don't know what yours are, Kazza. I don't know what Mama's are or Nick's are or Rena's are. I don't know what anybody's are. Only you know yours.
Yeah.
So I said this to someone a few weeks back, and someone said, someone's opinion this, opinion that. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Opinion is a word that was made up to give people who like to stick their nose in an excuse to do so. You know, it's like that. So people's opinions are them. Exactly that. They're opinions. Leave it to them. You're not a horrible person. You're not going around mugging anyone. You're not going around doing this or doing that. You're not breaking the law. You're just facing your own internal battles. They're yours. Stop worrying about what other people think or feel. Why are they showing me a Black Forest Chateau, Kazza?
I'm trying. I'm getting there slowly.
Fair
Thank
enough.
you.
There's a little bit of a delay here, but don't worry about it. But why are they showing me a Black Forest Chateau, Kazza? I'm just seeing someone really demolishing
Yeah.
a Black Forest Chateau. Cherries and the Kirsch cherries and everything else. It's like someone loves Gatto chocolate, Black Forest. I'm seeing the cherries, the
Oh, right. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm with you now.
Yeah.
I know who it is. Yep. Mhm.
Okay, that's as long as you know who it
Yep.
is. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Right. Would you understand this? That you're starting to grow a circle of people around you. You know, that are different from the old days where you got some new friends and different people, so on and so forth.
Yes, I do.
What they're showing me is, though, that not everyone in your circle is meant to be there. Okay. I feel that there'll be
Yes.
one or two people that will drift off. Don't try and hold them and keep them in the circle of friends. Let them go. I feel that there'll be two.
Yeah.
There'll be two people that will just go off on their own. Let them go.
Okay.
Okay. I'm being shown to
Okay.
let them go. Because I also
One's gone.
okay,
One's
well,
left.
there you go then. So there's one more then. But would you understand that we all sometimes just hold on too tight because we're frightened of losing things. And what they're saying is, with these new group of people that you've got that have come in, these new group of people that are around you, you know, it's like when you walk into a crowd, you're not going to get on with everybody, you know. So just because someone's nice doesn't mean to say that they're meant to be part of your inner circle, as it were. You've had a complete revamp, a refreshing of energies, and don't be frightened to let people go. All right, those that stay are meant to stay, and those that go are meant to go. Okay, and it's not about that they go, oh well, you're a bad person because you're leaving. No, they've got to follow their own path. You know, it's the same with yourself. You've got to follow yours. So trust your gut instinct. And I don't mean frustration or in here when you're playing them in. I'm on about your stomach. Your stomach knows what's right and what's wrong. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right.
Absolutely. Yep.
They are pulling away a bit, darling, so I'll leave them to you. But I've just got given some lilies to give you at the end there. So I don't know if lilies are significant to you in some way, but please take their love and thank you for letting me work with you, Kaza.
Absolutely amazing, Simon. 100%. Everything was spot on. Thank you so much. And
You're
Nick is
welcome.
agreeing because Nick knows.
Yes, actual fact, I did make myself. Occasionally, I'll make notes. I made myself a note, and I don't know what I've done with it, but I remember it. The comment you made, the analogy you made about the train, actually happened Friday lunchtime. Actually happened because I took Kaza to the train station because she was supposed to get on one 7 miles down the road. And it turned out that the train that she would have been getting on was going past, and she'd had to get on another train to come back to where she was anyway to change to a different station. So we just had an extra half an hour chatting, me, Mama, and Kaza. So literally within the last 48 hours happened, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Let's bring everyone back on, but you have got one more recipient pending, which is the lovely Rena. Let me make it so you can actually see. You got the lovely Rena sitting there waiting patiently. Are you okay if we all sod off and leave you to it?
Not a problem.
Excellent. Right, I'll make sure I leave you on the screen.
No worries. How you doing, Rena, sweetie? You all right, darling?
I'm good, Simon. Thank you.
You got a little bit of a sparkle in your eyes there.
Yeah. Lovely sunny day here.
Certainly is. Well, I've given you plenty of readings. You know this, Rena, and I've already got Mel. I've got your dad. I've got Braveheart. I've got Tinkerbell. I've got the lot here. They're all here with you at the moment. Right. Would you understand? Well, I know you do. But this is the overwhelming feeling I'm getting, so I'm just going to give you what I get. Would you understand about you living your life?
Yes.
Doing all the wonderful things that you've always wanted to do but never got round to doing?
Absolutely.
Okay. Would you understand on you doing that and going on your journey, you will come across people that you will be able to help and heal and do this wonderful, loving, spiritual stuff that you do and can do? Does that make sense?
100%.
Okay. I'm also being shown, sweetheart, you got a most beautiful heart. You got the most beautiful soul, and you got the most beautiful, loving energy. But not everyone deserves that.
Okay.
Okay. Find your strength to pick and choose who you want to help.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Mel just said you could say that all you like, Simon. She still won't listen to you.
You know him so well.
He's just chuckling away there. He is chuckling away. Would you understand in the last week or two, the learning lessons that you've been shown or being taught is all about you?
100%.
And how to feel peaceful within you.
Yeah.
and what other people do around you and what other people do, in their life is entirely up to them. But it's about you. At the moment, it's about you. And that's not in a selfish way. That's just spirit saying, it's okay to spend some time on you and only you.
Yeah, that's been happening the last few days. Yeah.
Good. Have you had a problem with your ankle recently?
I did, yes.
They're just bringing up an ankle problem.
Oh,
Okay, that's right. Don't explain. Wait till the end. As long as you can take it, it resonates with you. They just created some pain in my ankle. That was all, my left ankle. So I just give it to you. That's all.
my niece broke her ankle last week.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
I think it is to do with your niece. Was it your niece that had a birthday recently?
that was her sister.
Oh, sister. Well, it's to do around that. So it must have been to do with that because they want to acknowledge that birthday as well. On that side of the family, is there a little bit of discontent going on? I feel like two people aren't connecting. They're at odds with each other for some reason.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, yeah, so you can understand that. I just feel that there's an odds with some people at the moment. And who is it that's got the stomach issues?
Me.
It's you got the stomach issues. Is it down on your right hand side?
Yeah.
Can you tell the doctor more than what you do?
Sorry?
Can you tell the doctor more than what you do?
I don't bother going about it.
I rest my case. So in other words, tell the doctor.
Okay.
And book that holiday. There's a holiday or something you've been thinking about doing in the last couple of days.
Yeah, I've got the brochure. But they
Well,
said for this year, not yet next year.
or whenever, but you can still
Yeah.
book it.
Yeah.
You can still book it now for next year. But what I'm saying is they're saying book it. There's also somewhere abroad you want to go that's got quite a historical significance. It's got an historical significance to it, the place or what you want to go and see. But they're saying again, go and plan it, go and do it. I don't know if it's like the pyramids or something like that, but it's got an historical significance to it, or there's somewhere around the world. It could even be local for all I know, but there's something of significance, historical significance. Put my teeth back in. Historical significance that you would like to go, always wanted to go to, but never got round to actually doing it yet.
Yeah, I've been speaking to a friend this morning, and
We'll go and do it.
Yeah.
Go and do it, sweetie. And do you know, and I know I've told you this in conversations anyway previously, but they want you to know you are an angel on this earth.
Thank you.
Okay? They wish you would stop thinking that you're not. Stop thinking that you're not good enough. Just be you, get on with your life and make yourself laugh, be happy and chuckle.
I will do. Thank you.
And you know that you and your son are closer now.
Absolutely. Thanks to you.
That's fine. But that's going to increase as well. You and him are going to get even closer still.
Yeah,
Okay?
it's happening. Mm-hmm.
Good. What's that supposed to mean? They're not going to show me any more of that, and I couldn't work it out, so I'm not going to bring it up unless they bring it up again. I asked them to show me a little bit more, and they didn't. Why are you making me feel like this? Rena, do you get a tightness in your body around your stomach and chest and up into your neck? Do you feel like there's a tightness, a sort of real tightness?
Yeah.
Learn how to relax your body to release that.
Okay.
Okay, because I feel like not just your stomach is in knots, but it's like really just gone tight, and then the whole body's tight with it, and I feel it coming up my neck, and it's like I want to grip my teeth, and it's not anger or anything. I just feel that there's a real tightness, and I don't know what it's to do with, whether it's there, but they're saying you need to learn how to just physically relax your body to release that tension.
Okay, thank you.
Because I feel half of that tension is contributing to your stomach issues.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying you've got an ulcer. I'm not saying you've got an ulcer, but you know how stress and worry can make ulcers worse. It's almost something like that. I'm not saying it's an ulcer, but they're saying the tension, the tightness that you got, that you hold into you sometimes and you can't seem to let go of it, that can contribute to the stomach issues you may be experiencing.
I'm laughing because yesterday I did think I've got an ulcer.
No, I don't believe you have. I don't believe you have. They're not showing me that, but
That's
they're
what I
showing
feel.
me as an example. I think, you know, a year or two down the line, if you continually stress and worry and hold on so tight, then possibly an ulcer can happen. But what I'm saying is, they're showing me just learn how to physically just and to let things relax, you know, without your mind going, yeah, but what about this? Yeah, but what about? Tell your brain to shut up for 5 minutes and just, yeah,
I've been doing that for a few days. It's working.
good. Good. Why is Mel showing me coffee?
He loved coffee.
And why is he saying you still can't make it properly?
Yeah, he made his own coffee.
You know how people, when they make a cup of tea, some people put the tea bag in and then the milk in, then the hot water, and other people, no, you got to put the hot water in, make the tea, and then put the milk in, and it's almost like saying that your way of making coffee was like, no, you don't do it like that. And he said, and she still doesn't do it that way.
No, I buy those sticks that you just cut open. They're called 3-in-1s. They've got everything in.
He's just called you a heathen. He's just called you a heathen. The heathen woman, that's not coffee. He's got.
It is. It's simple.
Was he a bit of a coffee snob?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he knew a good one to,
Yeah.
he knew a sort of a mellow burge to a hot lava java. You know, he knew the different sort of thing.
French roast springs to mine.
He's saying you know he's been around you the last 3 days in particular.
Yeah, he was here this morning. Mm-hmm.
He's saying you know he's been around you.
They're giving me a shake up.
Giving me or you?
No, they're giving me a shake
All
up.
right, yeah. He just said it's not a shake up.
No.
It's us just letting you know we're there. And for you to do these simple things that, like you said, the last 2-3 days you've been learning how to physically let things go. And they're saying that was a simple thing. And look what you've learned with that and how it's making you feel better and you're not as tight. You know, they're just wanting you to reiterate the simple things with the spiritual work that you do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, right, what we do isn't an exact science. It's an art. You know, we have to work our way through it. Every day is different. Every person is different. Every emotion, every feeling, every energy is all different. and it's almost like they're saying, they're just showing me how I was sort of 10, 15 years ago and all that I thought being a medium or whatever was like hearing a booming voice from the sky and seeing a burning bush and, you know, and everything else, and we can just change the world just like that. And they're saying, you're like a 5-year-old with a new toy. You know what I mean? But they're also saying, but you've got the humility, the strength, and the love to understand it and do it. That's why you're one of the angels that walk this earth. You are of a higher level. You do healing without you realizing it. You don't always have to physically do anything to heal somebody. Just being there can be enough.
Yeah.
They also want you to know that they are preparing you at the moment.
Sorry, they are
preparing you at the moment, because I got the feeling that they got some work coming up for you soon.
Yeah, I've been having a rest, but I'm getting back into it.
Yeah, I think a lot of us have been having that. You, me, other people. This last month of July, end of June, has been appalling for energies.
Yeah.
And taking a rest is actually not a bad thing, because how can we help those if we're not right ourselves? And sometimes we have to, you know, like I said, keep our side of the street clean. Make sure that what we're doing is the best that we can do, be the best version of ourselves, have a check, have a review, have an audit of ourselves, whatever it may be, deal with everything, and then get back into the game, so to speak.
Yeah, 100%.
They're just showing me, I know you have a lot of animal guys, but they're just showing me the one in particular, the giraffe one. He's around you a lot just recently, and I don't know why. So I'm just going to give you that. He's around, and it's almost like when you see him or see him in your mind's eye or feel him, pay attention. I feel he's trying to show you something. The giraffe. Okay, he's trying to show you something. So if you don't know what it is, then when you see him or feel him around you, pay attention, because he's around you for a reason. Okay.
I think it just takes me up to look down on things, to get a bird's eye view.
Well, there's something specific he wants to show you.
Right.
Okay. So next time he wants to take you for a bird's eye view, pay attention to what the bird's eye view is of what it is you're looking at. Okay, because I think there's something they're trying to get through to, or he's trying to get through to you, that there's something quite specific he wants to do for you.
Thank you.
You've been getting headaches recently?
Occasionally, yeah.
I call that, well, I'm being shown, I get it's like a spiritual tension that's created the headaches, and I'm being shown that they will go.
Oh, good.
Okay. Also, they're saying when you're starting to feel physically drained from spiritual stuff, take a step back, because you're like a bulldog. You can keep going and going and going. You know, they're saying when you physically, mentally, or emotionally start to feel a little bit tired or drained, take that step back.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Start paying attention to what your body and your mind and your heart and soul tells you.
Yep.
You've learned to separate the two now. You've learned to separate what's spirit, what's energy, what's your ego, you know, and so on and so forth, and what's others and stuff like that. They're saying, yeah, taking that step back is you protecting your energy. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You need to protect yourself a little bit more than what you do.
Yep.
I do feel that they're pulling back. Mel's just given you a Scottish thistle to give you, and a piece of heather as well. But a purple, you know, that I keep seeing it. You know when you press flowers, I'm seeing a pressed thistle. Okay, a flat thistle. All right, and he's just bringing
Yeah,
that to tell you that. All right, darling. So please
I've got one of those pressed. Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you so much,
Marvellous.
Simon. That was absolutely amazing.
You're welcome.
I know you give me a lot of messages, but that was wonderful. 100% spot on.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's bring everyone back to finish our day. I am going to mute you though, Mother, because your Dubra is making the noise as always, the printer noise. Wow, Shirley's signal dropped off as it did at the beginning. But if you are watching, I hope you had a wonderful time, Shirley. It was good to finally get you on. It's taken us 3 years to get her on the screen, but we finally got there in the end. And it's at this point I usually like to say a few words about the medium and what you've just witnessed on behalf of us all. And all I can say, Simon, is thank you. You are a genuine exponent of this way of life. Your philosophy and your way of working is, as it should be, unique, individual, and shining through with the passion that you hold for this work. It's been an absolute pleasure to chair for you, my friend, and I have already been having chats in the background. I look forward to seeing you again soon. In actual fact, if you're ever free on a Monday morning, because we're coming back on the Monday mornings soon, we'll have to have a chat about that as well. But on behalf of us all, Simon, thank you so much. You said at the beginning, people take umbrage to the way you work. Knowing the people that are watching today, knowing the people that we work with here in Littleport, and the adopted Littleport family who are extended out beyond the confines of this tiny wee village. You've found friends and family amongst us, mate. Your way of working, thank you for it.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that, Nick. I was just saying it just purely because I've been doing this now about 12, 15 years. Spiritualism's moving on. You know this, Nick, more than anybody. Spiritualism is moving on, and we need to drag ourselves forward because spirit are working differently. We need to work differently. We can't just keep doing what we used to do 20, 30 years ago. It's different.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. And in actual fact, I had a similar conversation with someone the other day. And I will repeat what I said to them just as a way of backing up what you've just said. We put the pioneers of this way of life on a pedestal, and we respect them, and we should respect what they have done and achieved for us. But the reason they became pioneers is because they said, we need to move forward, we need to grow, and they would want and expect us to literally do the same in order to move this way of life. So by honouring the pioneers, we must move forward. And I've got to say that what you've just said, I know they would completely agree with you. We can't stagnate and watch the past as an emblem of what it should be now. We must build.
We're energy beings. We're energy beings. We've got to evolve. Spirit are energy beings. Light beings are energy beings. We've got to evolve. We've got to evolve, and that's what we got to do.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you. There you go, Eunice, also my deacon. This is mediumship at its best. And Ashley Oliver, hello. No, I didn't say it. Welcome to the Chateau del Nick and the Boudoir del Brown. There you go. I have done. Well remembered, Ashley. Thank you. So absolute, complete pleasure to have chaired for you today. I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves both here and at home. I know we have those nods and claps that I'm seeing. We are back again, of course, tonight, 9:25 for the Healing Silence. And then I'll be back in the morning with your song to start the day. And of course, on Thursday, we've got the church service at the Little Port Village Hall as well. But from all of us here, to Simon, a big thank you for your mediumship and your service today.
You're welcome.
Shall we close this afternoon in prayer? As we say, Great Spirit, divine, universal source of all things, we thank you for the opportunity to show the truth of Spirit to the world, to remind ourselves that there is unity in individuality, and to remind ourselves that the world of Spirit wills us to move forward in our lives, for it is an opportunity that is unique, special, and wonderful, and must be taken for every moment that it can. Let us take that message out to the world as we go out about our daily business. And let us also remind ourselves, Great Spirit, that in times of difficulty and in great need, we ask you not to move the mountain. Just give us the strength to climb. Until we meet again, in your name. Amen.
Amen.
And as they say in the trade, that's a wrap. Lovely
Does that
comment.
mean I can have a cigarette now, does it?
Of course it does. Of course it does, darling. There you go. Trace says, very good, interesting to watch. Again, quick reminder, we're back tonight, 9:25 for the silent minute. But from all of us here, to everyone at home, God bless.